Hello and welcome to Ellen's Crochet Channel. Today is Monday, September 29th, 2025. Welcome my subscribers. I appreciate you coming back and watching my videos and liking, if you like what you see, leaving kind comments and all that stuff. So now that I got that out of the way, why are we here? Because I really had no intentions of filming or recording a video today. However, what had happened was, that should probably be the title of this, but let's get to the story. So, because this is really a fun saga. So yesterday my daughter was visiting and I showed her she does follow my channel, but she doesn't watch all my videos. So I said, "Oh, Lauren, did you see my Nelly cape?" So I showed it to her and she says, "Oh my, I love that. Can you make that for me?" She's been asking for one, but she said, "Can you make that with a hood?" So I said, "Yeah, I could put a hood on that. Yeah, I could certainly." And when I do, I will of course, show you how I did it. But if you can add a hood on it for me, she would love it. Absolutely. So I said, so she was looking at my yarn and I said, "Well, what color would you want?" So she said, "I'd like it in black." I said, "Okay, I could do it in black. So what color, contrasting color would you like? Because I'm not just going to do it all in black." So she picked a wine color. Okay, so what I had was Big Twist. So I have 2 wine colors and I had 3 of the black. So, I wasn't sure if I would have enough black. I was kind of guesstimating the yardage. And I said, well, if I need to get another black, I'm sure I can find another black somewhere. So, because I really want to use my stash. So I started it last night. Just got the beginning of the collar worked on. And actually texted it to her. She goes, "Oh my, you're quick." So I said, hey, when your loved one commissions you to make something for them, although I say commissioned, but she's not going to pay me for it. But, it makes you feel good. It makes me feel good when my loved ones love what I make for them. So, and actually she took my Boca shawl. So I started working with it and I was never really much of a fan of the Big Twist value yarn to begin with. And I would say most of it I bought was in that Joann's Frenzy because I didn't have a lot of Joann yarn, the value yarn in my stash collection before Joann decided to go bankrupt. So I'm sitting here and I'm, working on it. And I thought to myself, this is something that I'm making for my loved one. And I wanted something that's gonna not get crappy looking when she washes it. And, they say, Joann says you can't dry it, although we do dry it. But I didn't want to go through all of that and have it not be something that would last. So I said, I don't have any other black yarn. So I said, "Oh, Michael's Loops and Threads. Yeah, I'm not crazy over that either." So today's 30% off at Hobby Lobby. So what did I do? I went to Hobby Lobby and I found, I love this yarn. And this is a nice yarn, I have to say. I've washed it, dried it, and it comes out nice. It's a value yarn, but it's nicer than a Big Twist value. So I got 4 of them, which is plenty. And then I picked up this aubergine. I'm not sure why they're calling it aubergine because it's really a darker wine. It's even a darker wine than the Big Twist. And that's the color she wanted. So I thought, oh, that's great. 30% off. I got 5. I got enough. With $17 and change. Perfect. And then what did I see? I did. It was the holy grail of clearance. For as long as I've done Hobby Lobby clearance, this was outrageous and I went a little crazy. Although I did have some restraint. So if you're here if you want to see a crazy, crazy yarn haul, stay tuned. And if you're not interested, that's okay, you can click off. So these first 4 balls actually wound up staying in my cart in error. Yes, I actually put yarn back. So these 2 are Baby Bee Sweet Delight. And I think this yarn is lovely. I actually used this in the color Teddy to border my Hexa cardigan that I made with Big Twist Menagerie, which I love that yarn. But, you know, I saw they had so much of the, you know, the Yarn Bee, you know, this Sweet Delights. And I threw a bunch in my cart. And then I thought, Ellen, you really don't need it. You're not going to be making any baby items. Yeah. And, you know, I do have some Menagerie left, which is kind of the same weight of this yarn. But I have some that would match what I have. So I put it back. But these 2, somehow or another, stayed in my cart. That's okay. They were $1.24. What else did get in my cart? Okay, 1 ball of Easygoing. I've never used this yarn. It feels lovely, but it's acrylic and polyamide, and it's a number 4 weight. It's 60% acrylic and 40% polyamide, which I'm guessing is kind of a polyester, and it uses a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. It's a very pretty color. This one is called Golden Brown. And I think I know how this wound up in my cart. And when I show you the rest of my yarn, you'll know why. Now, in all the time I've ever gone to a Hobby Lobby clearance, they never have I Love This Cotton. They had oodles of I Love This Cotton. These are 99 cents. This color is French Lilac. Okay, that's right up my alley. That's my color. I just love it. And they had prints, they had solids, they had red, they had every color that you can imagine on clearance. And this is a dye lot clearance. So what did I do in true fashion? Oh, I threw a bunch in my cart, and then I thought, Ellen, you have all of that cotton yarn left from the Wednesday wipeout. You don't need any more cotton yarn. I mean, honestly, I do not need any more cotton yarn. So what did I do? I took all the cotton yarn out of my cart and put it back in their cart. Somehow or another, this one stayed in there. I guess it was meant to be because it's really my color. So those were 4 oops. Okay, not bad. That's all right. But let me show you what I got. Okay. This entire bag is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Low Pill Anti-Pilling Acrylic. Okay, and yeah, I love this yarn. I really do love this yarn, and I got a lot of it. Okay, I got 3 of these, and this color is, what is this color? How lucky was I to get 3? Berry Mix. Okay, these are regular $4.99, $1.24. Actually, all of the yarn that I'm going to show you is $1.24. And this recommends a 6 millimeter crochet hook. And some of the price tickets are over the yardage. 186 yards. Look how pretty that is. Okay, they're wound a little different, but they are the same color. Probably different dye lots, and that's okay. It's variegated. This makes beautiful hats. Beautiful, beautiful hats, beautiful scarves. It's gorgeous yarn. $1.24. Okay, so 3 of those. Okay, some of them are one-ofs. This one is Parisian Lights. Look how pretty. Okay, and you know what? I could probably mix some I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know, but I just couldn't pass it. This one, oh, this is really pretty. Tropical. Very pretty. Tropical. Look at all of these, really, seriously. This one is, I'm just so shocked. Auburn Delight. I'm not really sure where they got Auburn Delight on that color, but it's like got denim blue and it's like heathered. So pretty. All of these are kind of heathered. This one is Costa Mesa. I think I got 2 of these. Pretty sure I did. Nope. Okay. Costa Mesa. Okay, that's very, kind of gives you like Phoenix vibes, you know, desert blues. So pretty. This one, okay, Windswept Wishes. Another pretty, I think this one is the same. Nope, this is Sunrise Sesame, something to that. It looks like got sesame colors. I could get that. All right, let's see, 2 more. Why can't they make it? All right, that's another Costa Mesa. So I did get 2 of those. I thought there was. And this one is so pretty. Slushy. Isn't that pretty? Okay. That is so pretty. So those were all the variegateds. And then I got some bunch of solids. Now, so these can go mixed in with those. I got, let's see, I got 4 of these. This color is light gray. Okay, this is all, these are soft and sleek chunky actually. Are these chunky? I didn't know I got chunky. No, they're not. They're not. They're regular. Soft and sleek in gray. So I can mix it with the prints there. This is slate gray. Another slate, another one. This one feels a little funny. It feels like it's got some kind of, I don't know, it's like crunchy. I don't know if it's an old ball. I would have left it there had I known, but the color is brownie. There's something wrong with that one. Yeah. There's always something, right? But that's okay. I'm still going, friends. Can you believe this? Really? So pretty. Okay, this is tobacco. That's kind of a crazy name for a yarn, tobacco. And this one is clay. So I got 2 tobaccos and 2 clays. Very close. But these, I'll be able to mix and match with all that variegated. Yeah. Still have more. Can you believe? I'm just like shocked. Dark gray. And this one is it's covered, but it's blue. I don't know what color blue it is. It's got a, they put the label right on the collar. Obviously the person that did that does not crochet. Okay, and this color is, again, I guess it's terracotta. Is this terracotta? Bruschetta. Bruschetta. I don't know. Bruschetta to me is tomato. Who names these things? I would think that's like a pumpkin or a cinnamon or something. Not bruschetta. In my world, bruschetta is tomato. So that was all of the soft and sleek. I'm going to throw it in the bag because listen, if you've watched my videos lately, you know I spent, not this weekend, but the weekend before, organizing all of my yarn, donating yarn, and I was all, oh, it felt good. It was all put away where it needed to be, and every yarn had a spot, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do, because where am I gonna put this? Okay, 14 minutes in, and I got more. Okay, so here we go with the, I love this yarn. And I do love this yarn. And I got a whole bunch of it for $1.24. Amber Honey. Brushstroke Bronze. Okay, this one is marked Dappled Wheat. I believe that's the wrong label because it looks the same as this one, which is Mint Tea. Yeah, I would say they're the same because there's nothing wheat about that. And that's okay. All right, these two are the same, and these are Spring Green. Okay, and as I said, for as long as I've gone to Hobby Lobby clearance, I have was never able to get any of this. I love this yarn or that other. I have gotten some of this, but nowhere in the quantity. So they must have just put it out. This is beautiful, Dakota. 2 Dakotas, look how pretty that is. I like that. Oh, that's a color I would have purchased even if it wasn't. Granted, some of these are only one-offs, but that's all right. You can mix it in. Emerald Pine, and I'm not really sure where they got that name from. It does have a little pine green in it, but strange. This one is After Dinner Laughs. I don't know. Who names the yarn? Would you name that After Dinner Laughs? Really, it's heathered. It's like a pastel heather. Crazy, crazy. Okay, and then this one is something camo. Green camo. That's appropriate. This could be mixed with a green or a black or even an off-white. Or these are great just to make hats and scarves for donation, I'm thinking. You know, because they're one of. This one is so pretty. This one is called Songbird Stripe. Now, I like that. I would buy more of that color. Songbird Stripe. All right. We're almost there. Green Turquoise Red. Okay, that's the color, Green Turquoise Red. How it, you know, that they really put a lot of thought into that, didn't they? All right, and then I got some solids. I was lucky to get some solids. This one is light gray. Can always use a light gray. This one is autumn white. Can always use a white. And then I got Stonewash. That's a pretty blue. How lucky. I got 2 of them. Of course, there were no black. I went there for black yarn. Okay, and here's another spring green. So I actually have 3 of them, which is great. So 3 spring greens. That was a score. Yes. So 18 minutes in. I went to get 5 skeins of yarn, which would have cost me $17.45. And I wound up buying, okay, one was 99 cents, and then they were 49 at $1.24 each. Oh, actually 48. So it was 48 and one. I bought 49 skeins of yarn. And that cost me about $60. Yes. Did I need this yarn? No. And I texted my daughter when I was in the store, and I told her, this is all your fault. It's all your fault. I would not have been going there. And I would have never scored this clearance yarn. But how do you pass up I don't know. You know, I said I wasn't going to buy any more yarn, but how do you pass up 455 yards of beautiful yarn for $1.24? Yeah, I actually put out a text for help and nobody replied. You know who you are. So that was my crazy day. This is the bag that I had to buy there because, as I said, I had no intentions of buying that. I brought a little bag with me for 5 skeins of yarn. And this is what I came home with. All because I guess I can't help myself. Well, I hope you enjoyed my haul. Now if you give me any, put a comment below. What am I going to do with this? Where am I going to put it? Granted, I can put it in a tote and, you know, put it someplace. But, you know, I felt so accomplished when I straightened out all my yarn. And here I am. But this is, like I said, I put a lot back. I put back the baby bee, and I put back the cotton because I don't need it. And I don't really need this either. But I'm more apt to use this than a lot of the yarns that I've gotten in the past. And they actually had like 2 or 3 sugar wheels. I didn't get them because I have sugar wheels that I haven't used yet. And I said, nope. Just gonna take the acrylics that you planned on working for yours. But I will say most of my acrylics are the Big Twist, which, you know, which is fine for a blanket. Personally, not for a wearable. That's just my personal opinion. I personally prefer to have a superwash merino, but if it's something that you're gonna wash often, this is fine. Or somebody that doesn't want to hand wash. Not naming any names. Okay, thank you for watching my video. If you got in this far, it's already 21 minutes, and that's how long it took me to go through all of this amazing yarn haul. If you have a Hobby Lobby near you, as I said, the worker there told me that they had until the last day of the month to clearance out their yarn, you know, tag it. So take a ride if you want to see if you can get a buy, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye now.